senator has now been diagnosed with an aggressive form of brain cancer after undergoing surgery just last week.
And we have team coverage for you tonight. Derek Stahl has a closer look at what type of cancer our senator is fighting.
We begin our coverage tonight. 3TV's political editor Dennis Welch is here in our studios tonight. Dennis, I know when that news broke late this afternoon, there was an audible gasp even in our newsroom, people saying, "Oh my God, I cannot believe this."
And I think it's kind of, you probably heard that all across the country. I mean, this is one of those moments that really give you pause. You know, it's been such a divided political atmosphere here. But, you know, it was like last week, you know, McCain had that surgery and everybody really hoping for the best, that everything would turn out okay. But today, we all got some pretty bad news.
That in many respects, this administration is in disarray.
A bombshell announcement. 80-year-old Senator John McCain has brain cancer. This following surgery last week to remove a blood clot above his left eye. But if the diagnosis today was a shock, Arizona senior senator wasn't making a big deal about it with his colleagues.
Just in passing at the end of the conversation, I asked how he was doing today, and he mentioned, well, we're doing okay now, but have some chemotherapy in the future. And that's when I knew.
Senator Jeff Flake describing how McCain broke the news that he has a very aggressive form of cancer, the same disease that took the life of former Vice President Joe Biden's son, Beau Biden, and former Senator Ted Kennedy, who died in 2009, 15 months after his diagnosis.
He's a fighter. I mean, the guy is a fighter. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, he's a survivor. There's no doubt about it.
Over his life, McCain has proved to be a survivor, first as a prisoner of war in Vietnam, then crushing defeats in the 2000 and 2008 presidential campaigns. Now, the Maverick senator from Arizona may be facing his toughest fight yet.
All right, and you heard there from Senator Flake, I mean, the sense of optimism that we're hearing from Senator John McCain. His daughter Megan posted today, "In all of us, the one of us who is most confident and calm is my father. It will not make him surrender. Nothing ever has." So, you know, they seem to be taking this, you know, with a head-on kind of attitude. But what happens next in terms of the Senate and his role there?
Well, I mean, that's the big question. A lot of that is going to be in the hands of his doctors, is what we're told, because they can't even begin to start treating this disease until the wound or the surgery over his eye is completely healed.
3 weeks.
That could be 2 to 3 weeks before that starts. And then after that, you know, if they're going to start doing chemo, radiation therapy out that really can take it out of you, and it's going to be up in the hands of the doctors when and if he can return.
It's incredible. I had a chance to sit down with the senator one-on-one in just the past 6 months. Had a chance for him really to reflect upon what his career has been like, and he told me, he said, "This is my last run. You know, this is going to be my last run at the Senate." He loves it, but at the same time, he wants to spend time with his family. Just hearing some of the reports tonight coming out from his family, this is a very tight-knit group, a very tight-knit family. He's got a lot of support. He's known as the Maverick, and the partisan divide that you mentioned that we live in today, Democrats outpouring support for the senator.
Yeah, and also, too, you know, I touched on this on the package a little bit. When you do look upon his life, this is a story of survival. I mean, 5.5 years as a POW. I mean, you know, they couldn't break him then. And then you start looking at his political life, losses in the campaigns, and even, you know, cancer in the past. He's fought cancer and defeated that in the past. And I think this is something that everybody, particularly the McCain family, really looking to and really hoping that he can beat this one.
Dennis, always good to have you around on a night like this.
Absolutely, Dennis. Thank you very much. And doctors say the type of cancer that McCain has is the most aggressive category of brain tumors.
Only 10% of patients with this type of brain cancer survive 5 years or more. 3TV's Derek Stahl continues our team coverage tonight. Derek.
Yeah, some pretty grim stats there. This all started when McCain went in for a routine physical exam last week. He goes in for exams and skin checks every 4 months because of his history of skin cancer. Now, according to CNN, McCain told doctors at Mayo Clinic he had been feeling tired, groggy, and he mentioned he had been having bouts of double vision. That prompted a CT scan, which uncovered the blood clot above McCain's left eye. Surgeons removed that on Friday, examined it under a microscope, and determined the clot was associated with a type of brain cancer called glioblastoma. Now, among cancers that start in the brain, doctors say this one is the most common type for adults, and it's usually found in people 45 to 70 years old. Dr. Peter Nagaji with the Barrow Neurological Institute says they see several hundred cases of glioblastoma at their clinic each year. I asked him if this cancer could be associated with McCain's skin cancer, which was found nearby on his left temple.
Just having one cancer doesn't automatically make you susceptible to other cancers. So for someone like him, he probably got this the way that all of us could, which is just randomly.
Yeah, and then the other big question on a lot of people's minds, 6 weeks ago, you probably remember this, McCain made headlines for some confusing questions at the hearing for fired FBI Director James Comey. I asked Dr. Nakaji if the brain tumor could have been associated with that.
So the answer is it could have been associated with it, but it really is speculation to say that at that exact moment it was the brain tumor that caused the problem. We do know that these brain tumors don't come up overnight. Certainly this was already developing at that time.
So experts say glioblastoma can be a tough one to treat because the tumor contains a lot of different types of cells. Some cells respond well to certain therapies, others do not. With radiation and chemotherapy, the median survival rate is a little more than 14 months. Derek Stahl, 3TV.
All right, Derek, thank you. As we mentioned just moments ago, there has been an outpouring of support for Senator McCain and his entire family.